Hello, and welcome to my little corner of the cosmic universe. I'm High Priestess Indigo, and I'm back with another reading for the collective. Before I start my prayer, I have already, this is my third reading of the day. And I thought I was only going to do two, but I'm waiting for my um, take home delivery, food delivery. It's Friday. It's Friday, y'all. Don't shame me, but I love to call in an order somewhere and just call it a night and not even try to cook. So I said, you know what? I got time. I'm going to do a third reading, but I'm not going to do my subconscious cards. So I'm going to say a prayer and then we're going to jump right into a deck. Almighty God, I ask that you allow me to be a clear channel for your Holy Spirit and for your divine will. God, I ask that you bless each and every person that comes across this channel. You know who they are and where they are on their journey and what they need. God, I ask that you bind and return to sender any and all negative energy, negative entities, black magic, spell work, or evil eye. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Yeah, I'm like, I'm literally like, am I telling too much? Yeah, that's okay though. Y'all forgive me. I am a surprisingly easygoing person. So yeah, that's the highlight of my Friday. Is order in, take out. And binge watching something good on Netflix or whatever. So, vulnerability, face hitting anxieties and insecurities head on and don't let them control you. Okay. Self sabotage, undermining your success by procrastinating, negative self talk, or fear of failure. Okay, let's get it. Deception, it's a slippery slope that erodes trust. Honesty builds connections and authenticity. Unfrozen, find strength in your weaknesses and overcome challenges with courage. Roam free, love your untamed and wild side, follow your instincts, and trust your inner voice. So, this reading is for a masculine energy. Yeah, give me a second here. I got that's not the one. Okay. Looking for a particular deck. Y'all give me a second here. It might be below. Yeah, I think the deck I'm looking for is below. Oh, there we go. Get a few more cards, and then we gonna start this reading fully. Spend time at altar. Praying man. Divine inheritance. Light school worker. Oh, okay. All right, divine masculine. So this reading, as I mentioned already, is for a divine masculine or masculine energy. This is somebody that is currently having to face themselves and their fear of being vulnerable. Um, this is somebody who has been very good at self sabotage, deception, but I feel like most of the deception is a lot of self deception. This is somebody who has, I'm seeing somebody who's almost like it's a man and he's standing and he has on armor. And he's like full on like armored up from head to toe. Like think old school the knights when they used to get on the horses and they had the jousting sticks and they would basically run at each other. He has on like that kind of armor. But the problem is, this has kept him stuck and unhealed in the past. Basically, it was his unhealthy coping mechanisms that now he's starting to understand are very unhealthy for him. And they've been to the point where I said the armor because I feel like in my mind's eye, I see this man in this armor, but the armor has started to rust to the point that he's basically stuck in the suit that once felt like this armor that was protecting him from the outer world, but now it's rusted and now he can't take it off. And now that he is finally really understanding that he has to heal that part of himself, he's struggling with getting this rusty armor off, which is all of these like self-defense coping mechanisms that were designed to keep him vulnerable and keep him from feeling pain. Honestly, this is somebody that's been kind of running from themselves, and that's why I said the deception is self deception. This is somebody that's for a long time has been telling himself that he's fine, that he's okay, that he just needs to keep working and keep, you know, pushing through, and that he'll deal with it later. Well, now it's time to unpack it now because this is a man who is a light worker. He has a divine inheritance. He has a divine calling. He has things and people that need him to get in touch with his emotional side. But this is somebody, like I said, they've been very, very armored up to the point that it is literally the armor has set in and it's gotten rusted. And this is the vulnerability of who they are as a person has been hidden underneath this rusted armor. And now they're finally having to take it off, and it's very, very painful. This is somebody who has seen their vulnerability their entire life as a weakness. They didn't realize that it was one of their greatest strengths. But they're starting to finally understand that. This is somebody that is just like at the very beginning of really unpacking, taking off this armor. And I feel like underneath, um, once this person started taking this armor off, they're like feeling kind of rickety. Like it's the like I don't really know what to do with myself. I'm so used to being in this armor, but it was killing me because I was literally rusting away in this armor. But at the same time, like I don't know what the new me looks like. I feel like you're kind of in that in between place, but you're on the right. I'm being told to tell you you're on the right path. The part where you feel like you're not doing enough or you're not um like I feel like you came out of the armor and you wanted to take off running, not understanding that you didn't have this armor on and that you actually needed to take baby steps to kind of like, because you're now adjusting to a new self that doesn't have all this armor around your heart and around your, vulnerabilities and your ability to open up. Now that that's not there anymore, you have to kind of almost learn how to re-walk or do life without those coping mechanisms or without this armor that you're used to. And so you're at the stage where I feel like you haven't quite learned how to trust your instinct, but I'm being told to tell you that you are on the right path, that you are heading in the right direction. You do just need to actually trust that the baby steps that you're being forced to take because you're out of this armor now doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means that you have to go slowly because you're adjusting to a new normal. And so this is the part where the roam free card is coming up because like I said, it's learning to trust your instincts and learning to know that yeah, you're not the old person with the armor on who was hiding from your vulnerabilities and were kind of like self sabotaging yourself and being self deceptive to yourself about your healing work. Now that you're no longer in that energy, you just have to trust that your every step that you're taking is moving you forward because you are growing, even if it's not at the pace that you feel like you should be at, but you're expecting to be able to move the way you did in the armor, but you were used to that until it got to the point where it was rusting and then you couldn't really move at all. But before that, that's the level of freedom that you're used to, that mobility. But you will get back to that mobility, only it will be a healthy mobility. And like I said, I feel like you're somebody who is trying to move at a pace that maybe your your spirit team is like wanting to slow you down a little bit, because like your intentions are good, but it's also part of you trying to like find a new coping mechanism because you're in this place of vulnerability that you're not used to, and it's uncomfortable, and you're not really, it's like this place of limbo is what I'm really feeling like. You're in this weird place of limbo, and it's not a bad place, it's just unknown. And because it's unknown, it's uncomfortable, and you're trying to like, you can't go back to the old you because that's the old coping mechanisms and the way you used to do things, of like hiding behind your feelings or not being in touch with your feelings. But now that you are in touch with your feelings, it's kind of like you swing from one extreme to the other, where you were very closed off to now you're oversharing, and maybe you're like doing, but you're going to find your way to your equilibrium, is what I'm being told to tell you. You will find your way to your equilibrium. You will find your way to your balance. You just have to trust the process. You have to trust your inner voice and your guidance, because that is your spirit team. That is the Holy Spirit. That is God talking to you. You're not doing anything wrong. You're in a new form of who you are. A new you that you're not used to. And like I said, it's the same thing as like a baby learning to walk, or a deer learning to walk, where it's just like you're good. You just got to find your footing. You have to find your stability, but you're doing a great job, and I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. But I feel like that's some of your old, like, it's kind of giving like a very masculine, like, I have to be productive, I have to be doing something, I have to take this seriously, I have to, you know put in all of this work, and your heart is in the right place, but you're trying to move at a pace that's faster than what you're capable of just yet. But you're going to get there, because this is a long journey, and there's no sprint to the finish line. So it's about slowing down the pace, and you're not sprinting, you're running a marathon. So marathon runners have to run a little slower versus sprint runners. And so that's really where you are, where you're on a marathon, but you're trying to sprint through the marathon, and it's what's kind of giving you some of this discomfort, that outside of this newly awakened and newly kind of like spirituality that you're discovering. And I'm will say I'm very proud of you, because I feel like whoever you are, you're consuming spiritual knowledge, and like you're studying at a rapid pace, and it's really incredible. But you're being too hard on yourself in the process, because you're looking around and you're looking at other people, and you're seeing how they're moving and how they seem to be further ahead of you, or they're moving this kind of way, or they're doing these kind of things, and you're kind of like expecting your journey to look the same, but you're in a whole different, we're all part of a collective, and it all kind of feeds into one collective energy of source and God. But we're all on different paces, we're all at different speeds, we're all going to the same direction, but we're just going at different paces, and we're on different streets. Some people are on bridges, some people are on side streets, some people are on the freeway, like, but we're some people are on a dirt road, but we're all heading in the same enlightenment direction, so to speak. So like I said, you are somebody who is a since you've been coming into your spiritual awakening, you've been spending a lot of time, like I said, in that studying, in that praying, in that like really increasing your spiritual knowledge and really tapping into. I feel like you've been watching readers and you've been even maybe learning some of your own spiritual gifts, and you've been doing an incredible job of that. And you're meant to continue doing that, but you're meant to allow yourself grace as you're learning and as you're growing, as you're expanding, as you're stepping further away from the old version of yourself. You're going to, like I said, you're going to be in this place where you're going to feel uncomfortable for a while, and that's okay. It's a really weird place because you know, like I said, it's that feeling of like you can't go back to the old you. That old you doesn't exist anymore, but you're not quite the new you yet. And so you're just in this weird kind of like limbo place. Not quite purgatory, but like you're just in this weird in between place where, and it's neither good nor bad. There is no judgment on it, but you are judging yourself a little bit there, and you're judging yourself harshly. And I just think you need to allow yourself a little bit more grace because you have been through a spiritual awakening. You've been through an ego death. You are, you know, allowed to not feel like you have to be suddenly at the head of the race. You know, there's no race when it's self work. So, like I said, you are a seeker. You're praying, you're seeking, you're trying to increase your knowledge base, and you're growing at a rapid pace, and all those things are wonderful. But just allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself to be okay with slowing down a little bit. Like I said, you're trying to sprint through a marathon. So I feel like that was very important to tell you, whoever you are, masculine energy. You're not going to be moving too slow to get your divine inheritance if that's what you're worried about. Like that's secured. You are doing the work. You're on a journey. God sees your heart and He knows how determined you are, and He's very, very proud of you. Like let me just say that. Like I feel like I could say that on behalf of the divine, that you have, like I said, you've been really facing all of the areas of your life that you felt like you were closed off, where you really started dealing with a lot of your self-sabotaging behaviors, you know, things that you were doing that weren't for your best interest. And like I say, you're doing it, but you're just judging yourself harshly, you know, along the way. You have to give yourself a lot more grace. Yeah, you're in light worker school. So that's what I'm saying. Like I just thought about this at the bottom. Yeah, you're in light worker school. And like I said, when you go to school, some people are going to be grades ahead of you. Some people are going to be grades behind you. There's no right or wrong in that. It just is what it is. Like some people are already, you know, in 12th grade, and some people are freshmen. Some people are sophomores. Some people are juniors. Like it's the same thing for you. Like you're in light worker school. And so you might be a freshman, but you're not going to always stay a freshman. Like, you know, that's the best way to explain it. And there's nothing wrong with being a freshman, you know. So there's no stigma in God's kingdom for you being a freshman versus you being a senior, you know. We all in the same light worker school. Eventually some of us get to graduate to become instructors, but we're still at the school. So, you know, and that's the way it is, you know. That's the beauty of, you know, you don't really ever go anywhere. You're always in at the school in some capacity. Yeah, see? Chosen one, the anointed. Yeah, that's what I say. You're here on divine mission, and you have been feeling like you're behind everybody, but you're not. You're exactly where God intended you to be at the exact moment when God intends you to be. Like nothing is a coincidence. Everything is divinely orchestrated. So Okay, Emperor. Yeah, like I feel like you're somebody who you're heading toward this. This is who you this is your calling. You're not gonna not be this. Let me just say that. At the current spiritual level that you are, you're not gonna miss out on getting to be this. You're on the right path. You're gonna come into your full emperor energy. You've already started, but you're gonna come into your full emperor energy. But I have to tell you, you do have somebody from your past, a Jezebel energy, who's monitoring you. And I feel like she's part of that old self sabotage that you were kind of caught up in before. But this is somebody that's watching you. Definitely kind of stalkerish level. She doesn't like the fact that you are not the old guy you were before. Not the guy that she could manipulate and try to control and play games with. Your emperors don't tolerate Jezebels at all. So I feel like this is not somebody you're like entertaining, but I just feel like I had to bring it up because I feel like this is somebody that's still in your energy because she just came up in this read. So that tells me that this is somebody that is still very much trying to be latched onto your energy, probably trying to find a way to feed off of you spiritually because of this divine inheritance. Heck, the crazy part is a lot of time these ones see it before you do. So just be on the lookout that this might be somebody trying to come back that wants to be your empress. Don't let this woman trick you into making her your empress. Your life will be hell for real. But I feel like your mind is not even on her, really, to be honest. I feel like you are very focused on your growth and leveling up. But I just have to give you that warning because she is coming up in your energy. I feel like she could be stalking, kind of, it's giving like she keeps reaching out, wanting to talk, a little theatrical, a little dramatic, doing a little woe me, a little damsel in distress, trying to play on your sympathy, just wanting to get your attention in some kind of way. But yeah, she's not it. I can tell you that there is somebody that is it. That I don't know if you've met her yet, but I feel like she's up the road because she's also a praying woman. And you guys are meant to have divine babies, royal babies. So that's something wonderful to look forward to, whoever you are, divine masculine. Yeah, and you guys have divine mission work, joint divine mission work that you guys will be doing together. So I feel like this message is more to encourage you to keep on your current trajectory and keep going because you you do have a counterpart. You are going to step into your full emperor energy and you will be on divine mission with this woman who you will be making a family with, a real, not what this Jezebel is trying to. Mm-mm. But I just had to tell you because I feel like it might be tempting because it's going to feel familiar, but that's part of the self sabotage stuff you're healing. Getting involved with inappropriate women. Yeah, this person from your past was a constant letdown. So that's why I say you already know that this is not the woman for you. You already know. She's done enough. You've seen enough already to know that like this she's toxic. And she hasn't changed. So that's your confirmation. Yeah. But this woman that you're gonna meet, she's gonna be very spiritually wealthy. And I feel like together the two of you collectively are gonna be financially wealthy. because whatever you guys are going to build together, that's part of this divine mission work, it's going to generate income. It's going to be self-supporting, self-sufficient, and all this work you're doing on yourself is going to pay off, because the woman that's God's going to send for you, the woman that's meant for you, your empress, this praying woman, she's going to be she's going to be your backbone in every way. Like, she's going to be such a strong supporter of you, where you are in your journey, and like where you're going in your journey. This emperor energy that you're going to step into, like, I just really see her being somebody that's like, she's got a warring spirit, in the sense that, like, oh man, I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. Just like, I feel like you're somebody who hasn't always had a lot of support from the women in your life that you've dealt with, like where you were always in situations where you were more so the one that was like carrying the load of the relationship. This is going to be somebody that is really going to be like in your corner. I'm talking about 10 toes down. Like, when she says she has your back, this woman is going to have your back, your front, your side. Like, she's going to be team you in a way that is going to blow your mind, that you're going to get support. When God says a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and when God, in the Bible, it talks about a woman is meant to be your helpmeet, she's really going to be your helpmeet. She's going to be your Ruth, your queen. Like, she's really going to be in her queen energy, and she is going to be very protective of you, your family, your relationship. Like, I could see her, like, she's really going to be your true counterpart, because I see her standing next to you, shoulder to shoulder, her sleeves rolled up, her working just as hard as you work. Like, this is not a woman that you're going to need to carry. This is going to be your true counterpart, your true partner in every sense of the word. Like, this is not a woman that you need to come rescue. She's not a damsel in distress. She's going to be all the things that you are, just a female counterpart version. Yep, look at there. See? That's what I was picking up. Power couple. You two about to be a power couple. She is going to be just as, like, strong, like I said, you're strong willed. This woman's strong willed, but not in the like toxic strong willed way, but in the like determined, like, truly supportive of you, supportive of your dreams, kingdom, helping you build a kingdom is what this woman is gonna do. Like I said, it's gonna be profound to you, because I feel like you've never experienced that in a relationship, where you've had somebody that truly could stand on their own and was self sufficient, but is just as fiercely loyal and protective as you are. Oh yeah, that's the woman you're gonna be with. Meanwhile, this past Jezebel lady, she's not in good health spiritually. Since you have left her, she has, and she doesn't have your energy to draw on. She is not in good health spiritually. Like, I feel like if you were to see her now, she wouldn't even really look like the same to you. I feel like that luster that she used to have, that glossiness on her, where she seemed a little like shiny and polished. She doesn't look that way no more. Like, energetically and spiritually, she doesn't look that way to you anymore. That's because it was really your energy that you were seeing in her in the first place, because she was feeding off of your spiritual energy. This is somebody that's sitting over and having a hard pill to swallow, because she knows you're gone. You're done. But like I said, it ain't gonna stop her from trying. Just so you know, be on the lookout. And pull a couple more cards and then in this reading so I can go get my takeout. Yeah. So yeah, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Divine timing. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So give yourself some grace. Allow yourself to grow at a natural pace. Like keep reading, keep studying, keep learning, keep growing, but offer yourself some compassion. You deserve your own compassion because you're like you feel like you're making a working hard for lost time, but you're not. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I feel like this card came out on purpose because I feel like you are getting ready to get some kind of something is coming through financially. Like, and when I see unexpected income, this could be a job, this could be unexpected money, this could be a business opportunity, this could be something that you're working on, a business idea that's gonna come into fruition, like unexpectedly. Like maybe you just need maybe another investor, or you just need one more thing, and then it's gonna take off. I feel like whatever that unexpected income is, it is related to what you're currently working on. That's gonna ultimately be part of what you and your empress is gonna be working on. Like this is the start of that is gonna then start growing, and then when you and your empress get together, it's gonna really take off to the next level. But I feel like the very beginnings of that unexpected like thing that's gonna be your income generator, the thing that's gonna like make you abundantly wealthy, it's coming in. Like the start of that is getting ready to start like really soon. It's going to be unexpected, but you're going to know because you're going to feel really led and feel really pulled towards it. And it's going to be something you're going to find yourself constantly thinking about it, like, oh, like I'm really intrigued, like maybe I should pursue that, like maybe I should give that a shot, or maybe I like, and then you're going to find all these ideas and things flowing. That's God. That's the unexpected income. Unexpected income, like I say, sometimes people think just money, but sometimes it's an unexpected idea, a business idea. It's an unexpected encounter with somebody who puts you on to your next, job promotion, or your next, whatever it is that is gonna lead to your creating wealth and generational wealth. And like I said, I feel very clearly you and your divine feminine, this power couple, you guys are going to create a kingdom together. It's going to be a generational wealth for your future children. But the beginning of that dream of what's going to then spawn into this bigger thing is going to come soon. It's going to either be a download, it's going to be a vision, it's going to be something, a person that puts you in connect with another person, a business idea, is whatever it is going to be. It's going to happen soon, and it's going to be the start of what is going to then later grow into something much bigger. So I felt like I had to tell you that. But yeah, you have a beautiful future ahead of you. Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself some some downtime. I've been getting this message from my own spirit guys about, you know, having a little fun in between all of the spiritual work, because if you're like me, when I'm working on something, I am just head down, nose to the grindstone. And I feel like you have a very similar energy in that sense. You're very hardworking, you're very determined, you are very like, I just need to, put in all this work. And that's a beautiful place. That's a beautiful energy to be in. But like I say, you just have to remember you're on a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're allowed to take your time. You're allowed to not be perfect. God doesn't expect perfection. He looks at your heart. So you have a good heart and you're doing your work and you're growing and you will be, like I say, you're going. You're gonna be an emperor. It's Don't worry about that. That is already divinely protected. You're not moving too slow to get to your emperor energy. You're going exactly right. And like I said, you're being divinely guided. You have an amazing spirit team who are gonna, make sure you're not veering off the path. I feel like you've already closed the doors to the past, like I said, but you will have this Jezebel try to pop up because she is seeing she's peeking in and seeing what's coming. This abundance that, like I said, that's you're gonna come up on soon, whatever it is, that's gonna be the start of your divine inheritance. She sees that already and she wants to be part of that. She wants to be part of this power couple. But it's not her. No. She's not the queen. She's not the empress. She's not your empress. Like I said, I don't feel like you've met this woman yet. I feel like that's ahead. So this is more like me telling you what you have to look forward to. Because I feel like where you are, you're very focused on your own healing right now, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And then like when you hit your next whatever it is, you'll know. You'll get the signs, you'll get the synchronicities, you'll get the message, and it'll be divinely orchestrated, and you won't even have to think about it. But when you meet her, you'll know. You will know. You're an emperor, you'll know. But yeah, that's the message. I hope that helped. Whoever you are, divine masculine, keep up your good work, but give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. You're doing good, doing great. So take some time and pat yourself on the back occasionally because I feel like you've been just nose to the grindstone. You haven't given yourself enough of that, but you should. You're doing a great job. That's the message. Be blessed.